would happen tomorrow, I'm just saying figuratively, right? If Russia invaded the United States and carried all the white people away in slavery back to Russia, right? How long would it take for them white folks to stop trying to fight for their freedom?
Man.
They wouldn't stop. That first generation, oh, patriotism is at an all time. They fight, they telling their kids, you got to remember where we come from. This is not where we live, this is not where we're from. We are prisoners of war, right? How long does the prisoner of war title, does it expire? So let's say that first generation dies off, right? Well, their children, are they Russian now? Or are they still prisoners of war? They're still prisoners because they're not going back to their land, right? What's the difference between you and me? To this day, we are still in the land of our captivity. Is there anything hateful that you've heard?
No, it's all positive.
But tell me this. What would happen? Young man, what's your name, brother? Mister? What hoods are around here right now? You from here? Come on, put us on. What hoods are around here? Come on, bro. You from here? Where Inglewood family at? Murder One, right? Where the Six Souls at?
Oh, yeah.
Huh? Y'all don't know, huh? 4-6, where they at? Panic Zone, where is that?
I live in Panic Zone.
You live in Panic Zone. Now let me ask you something. Where the Hoovers at? They ain't over here on this side, right? Okay, watch this. What would happen if we actually loved one another like Christ commanded us to? Notice how I asked about the hoods and y'all knew where the hoods was at? Notice how that's how we identify where we live? That neighborhood ain't called Panic Zone, is it? It's not. But we've been so conditioned to be able to relate to the things that we have in the world versus what's in the Bible. One thing y'all are gonna find out, all we teaching is the Bible. Like, watch here, here's an example. Right now, I got $1,000 on me, right? I will give either one of y'all $1,000 right now if you can show me in the Bible where it says you gotta give 10% of your money to the pastor. Any pastor. Tithing. Show me, give me one verse. You can Google it. Y'all got your phone? Okay. Google it, whatever you need to do.
It's not in there.
You say what? What'd you say?
It's not in there.
Now, wait a minute. Y'all all seem like intelligent people, right? Because if I say right now, hey, listen, hey, let me get 10% of everything you made this week, what you gonna say? Hell no! That's what you gonna say, right? Now, wait a minute. We go to church without questioning, without asking any questions. They say, hey, where are your tithes at? No, man, if a man robbed God, right? And we say, hold on, Pastor, let me get it. Not knowing that's nowhere in the Bible. Do you know how many things is actually not in the Bible that you think is in the Bible?
Bring it out.
A lot. Our people say you can't cuss on Sunday. Y'all ever heard that before? Now, is that in the Bible?
Sunday's not even a true day.
Thank you. Sunday ain't even in the Bible.
I know that part.
Right, because we're supposed to fellowship and come together on the Sabbath day, right? Okay, watch this. What if I told you that there's things in the Bible that is there that they won't teach you? Because if they teach you these things that's in the Bible, you'll leave with your 10%. You're right. Why do we need that knowledge? What's your name again? I didn't catch it. Edward. Why do we need that knowledge?
To survive, to live.
You said to survive, right?
Yes.
Give me Hosea. Watch this. One thing about our people, see, y'all different, and I'll give that to you. This community here, I see y'all are inquisitive. Y'all ain't afraid to at least find out, okay, what are they talking about? Because nobody's asking y'all just believe us based off of us being up here right now talking. Y'all are intellectual. Y'all got to go home and read for yourself, right?
But before you get into that, I want to ask a question again.
Wait, let me read this real quick.
All right.
I'm going to come to your
It pertains
question.
to the Bible.
Hosea 4:6.
The book of Hosea, chapter 4 and verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Vice versa. Our people, like you said, you like knowledge. Our people are destroyed because they lack knowledge. They lack the understanding of the things that's in here. Read.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Read.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge.
We done seen, listen, y'all see the girl that's trying to jog her celiac off?
Yeah.
She ripped up the flyer. All the brothers said was, hey, sis, check this out. It's about our history, our heritage. She ripped the flyer up in his face, right? Threw it, then like, poof, be gone, Negro. And she walked off. But had we had been Caucasian, and we was out here handing out Jehovah Witness pamphlets, she would have listened. Why? But why are we like that? Because we've been conditioned to say, you know what, if I see this brother, he looks like me, oh, he can't be smart. He can't have no knowledge.
Because we're labeled as ignorant.
Exactly.
We don't know nothing.
But why do they label us as ignorant so much?
Because we don't read.
Because they fear the spirit that's housed inside of you that's going to awake one day.
Yes.
They want to continue to keep us down here so that we will never become who we're supposed to be. Get Malachi 2:7. Because of what? Knowledge. Now there's a knowledge that our people are lacking. Remember it said, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. What's the knowledge that they lack? Watch this.
The book of Malachi chapter 2 and verse 7.
Bring it out. Right now.
For the priest's lips should keep knowledge,
They should keep knowledge. What is knowledge?
and they should seek the law.
The what?
The
The
law
law.
at his mouth.
Knowledge is the laws of God. But we have not been taught the true laws of God. Our people, our churches have made up laws like Sunday, Easter, Thanksgiving, pagan holidays, Christmas, whatever days they tell you and try to make you feel bad, like, oh, you're doing wrong by God if you don't do, it's not in here. But nobody's heard of the Passover, Feast of Tabernacles, Pentecost,
Right.
Day of Atonement, the new moons, the Sabbath day. Nobody's ever heard of these days, by the way, that we keep because God told us to keep. No one's heard of that. What's your question, Edward?
Can't remember the other Bible. It's the forbidden one that's left out of the Bible. What's the name of it again?
The one that was taken out? It's
Yeah.
the Apocrypha.
No. There's another Bible that they keep, and it tells about the powers that we had, mental. Then we could talk to each other. Mental. There's a lot of
Edward.
stuff. Yeah.
So wait, watch this.
I'm gonna find it, man.
Okay, look it up, Bob.
Oh, Book of something.
Watch this.
Book of Scrolls, I think.
Talk about the Dead Sea Scrolls?
Yeah.
Okay, this is what you got to be careful. Have you ever been in the military? Okay. I'm saying this firsthand. I got to travel the world, right? When you go to places like the Middle East, y'all take care of y'all. Y'all got a flyer? Y'all take care of yourselves. What you'll find out, you'll go to the Middle East, right? And somebody will come out of an alleyway. Talking about, hey, let me holler at you. They'll pull you to the side. Hey, listen. I got one of the Hindi scrolls, one of the Hindi books. Oh, yeah, he says, yeah, I'll sell it to you. Just give me $100 and it's yours. They have created documents and Bibles. There's a book of Eve. There's a book of, at least that Adam had a wife that nobody knew about. You got books that they created because they are mentioned. Now, granted, there are many books that was taken out that they still have not allowed us to have access to. The book of Enoch is mentioned in the Bible.
Yeah, that's the other one. That's the other one. That's the
Okay,
one I'm talking
you got the book of Jasher, you got the book of the Kings of, I forget what its name exactly. But remember, when they came in, remember how they was talking about what happened in 70 AD under Titus' evacuation of Rome? When they sacked Jerusalem? And remember, all those black people that was in Jerusalem either went in slavery or they fled into Africa.
Right.
That's the history.
Right.
But they don't want us to connect the dots.
But if we came from Africa, why would we fly back?
No.
Not all of us did.
No, watch this. So Jerusalem, believe it or not, Israel is attached to Africa. It's right above it. So what happened, remember whenever they wanted to kill Jesus, when he was a baby, where did they run to? Where did Joseph take Jesus? Into Egypt. Egypt, where is Egypt?
Africa.
Why would they flee to Egypt? Because you had white Romans or Herodians that was looking to kill Jesus. So who would you run amongst to hide amongst? Other black people. Where were they located? In Africa.
That's
So they
right.
fled into Egypt to hide.
But it's still not taking you know about the Anunnaki?
Yes,
It started from them.
that was far before.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I got a friend that's a Israelite, and he was like, no. I was like, no. If they were here first, they had to be there because it's talked about them after.
Right.
So they had to come first before the Israelites.
Meaning, okay, so you're talking about people that were there. Remember, the Israelites was the last nation formed. I don't know if your buddy is too up on his studies, but we were basically the last nation formed. All the other nations got formed. The Edomites, the Moabites, We were one of the last nations to become a nation, right? We became a nation in Egypt. So those people you're talking about were before the Israelites, but they weren't God's chosen people. But when you understand historically, we hid amongst the Africans, right?
That's right.
What we call Africans. It's not. Remember, Africa was named after a man by the name of Leo Scipius Africanus. That's not what that land was called. They were the sons of Ham. You are a child of Shem.
Right.
That's where you descend from. They were all black people. All people come from black people. It's 2023. If you don't know that by now, something wrong with our people. But anyway, when we understand this history and we're able to go back and now connect the dots, now we realize there's more to us than just Midwest Boulevard and Panic Zone.
Right.
Murder One.
Right.
It's more to us than that. These are distractions that was created here to keep us asleep. Imagine, sister, what would happen if you got kids?
Yes.
How many kids you got?
3.
3 kids. You ain't got that many. I got 7. So, yeah. Imagine all one wife, my wife. Now watch this. Imagine what would happen now when you start teaching your son. You got sons? You teach your sons to love your neighbor as you love yourself. What happens to our community now when you tell your sons, man, listen, no, we don't move like that. We don't bang bangers. We didn't do that. We keep God's commandments.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
We do what God said to do.
Right.
What happens when you do that in your house? I do that in my house. It's in his house, in his house, in her house. What happens then? We then begin to become a nation again. Meaning we're not separated by these imaginary borders that has been created here. For example, y'all are familiar with Hoover's, right? Hoover Cribs. Hoover is named after a white man.
Yep.
Not Negro. Yeah, that's a street in California. What's his name? Edgar Allan Hoover? He was the president. It was named after him. Now our people run around Hoover, 6-0. That's a street in California, 60th Street. Don't nobody own no property on 60th. But you bang in the street now? Well, what's happened is our eyes have been hidden from what God, give me that deep sleep, Isaiah. We have literally.
When you whip like that and say, hey, this is your religion now.
Thank you.
Abandon your religion.
Exactly. Hold on. I gotta back up what my man said. Give me Jeremiah 17. They literally beat the remembrance of our heritage out of us. Y'all see that movie Roots, right? That's a good movie. Listen, in the movie Roots, what was his name? Y'all remember his name before they made it? No, before he changed it. You remember
Kunta Kinte.
Kunta, how old are you? 55. Okay, we're about to say that. So, Kunta Kinte, right? They forced him to call himself Kunta. Why was it so important? Couldn't they just say Kunta? Why was it so important for them to take his name away from him?
To take away
Yeah, that's how they
his
attach
roots
them.
from Africa.
Watch
Any
this.
attachments.
That's what they did to all of us.
Yeah.
Because right now, and I don't even have to ask you your name, but your name belongs to a white guy. Your name belongs to a white guy. It's the story for all black people here in America.
Right.
None of us have our true names. Why? Read. Jeremiah 17:4.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 4.
Read.
And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee.
God said we would be discontinued, meaning disconnected from the heritage that I gave you. What was the heritage that he gave us? We were the children of Israel.
That's right.
There's no such thing as an African American.
Right.
There's no such thing as a Haitian.
Right.
There's no such thing as a Dominican.
Right.
Mexican. God did not call us that. You don't read any of that stuff in the Bible. Man created those names to divide us. How is it that me and you share the same history as the Haitian in Haiti? Me and you share the same history as the Mexican in Mexico.
Right.
Same slavery. We all went into slavery the same way. How is that? Read that again.
Verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee.
Come on.
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies.
God said he would cause us to serve our enemies. We'd be cut off, and we would have to serve our enemies.
In the land which thou knowest not.
We didn't know this land. Remember, we was brought here. He said he'll cause us to serve our enemies. This is what's wrong with black people today, and they don't want to accept it. Let's be real.
Right.
Think about this, y'all. What would happen tomorrow? I'm just saying figuratively, right? If Russia invaded the United States and carried all the white people away in slavery back to Russia, right? How long would it take for them white folks to stop trying to fight for their freedom?
Man.
They wouldn't stop. That first generation, patriotism is at an all-time. They fight, they telling their kids, you gotta remember where we come from. This is not where we live, this is not where we're from. We are prisoners of war, right? How long does the prisoner of war title, does it expire? So let's say that first generation dies off, right? Well, their children, are they Russians now? Or are they still prisoners of war? They're still prisoners because they're not going back to their land, right? What's the difference between you and me? To this day, we are still in the land of our captivity. We've just gotten old here. We've gotten comfortable. We've gotten conditions. This is why we don't fight anymore.
Right.
Now, they done took the chains up off of us, right? Now we fight amongst ourselves for a little piece of the pie that they threw out there. Yeah, man, I'm gonna be a rapper, man. I'm gonna go to the NBA, you know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, they building communities. Meanwhile, they're doing things that we couldn't even imagine doing.
Right.
These folks got counties named after them, streets named after them. We just live here.
Right.
This
Also,
is my
throwing the drugs into the black community.
Oh man, listen, you can say that again. And it's to do what? To sedate us.
Yeah.
They did the same thing. They did the same thing to the Native Americans. Yeah. They liquored them up, gave them booze. Matter of fact, they had what was that? I don't want to say food stamps. It's something. Where they would give them alcohol. It was all. Now I want to say it was a voucher, but basically they literally could get free alcohol from the government. Why? To cope with their conditions because they got relocated. Like here in Oklahoma, they didn't let him take. Look at it. They didn't let him take this. They moved him out to all the worst parts of the land where they figured, yeah, ain't nothing out there. Can't really grow nothing. Look at that red clay ain't gonna do nothing. We gonna take Oklahoma City. Y'all, we gonna take Tulsa. Y'all can go over here. It's been the same way.
Right.
Watch this. Give me Psalms 83.
I gotta get going, my man, but I wanna go check you out on Thursday.
Appreciate you, brother. You know where we at, right?
Yeah.
Listen, you live here now?
Yeah, been here.
So the utmost importance, though, I know you watching right now from afar, but trust me, brother, when you really
I'm
make that
going there
statement,
even though I don't got.
it's all right.
Okay.
It's
I know
okay.
you don't like the taste.
like I said, all you can cut it low, you can't cut it. All right. What's more to it, brother? What's your nationality? What did God call you? Oh, what did God call you? What is your nation?
The one off of here,
Uh-huh.
I believe from Judah.
You from the tribe of Judah. Brother.
Yes,
That's what I'm
sir.
talking about. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Get that real quick. Psalms 83. You got to go, sis?
Yeah, my mom and kids are in the car.
Okay, no worries. We're gonna read this last scripture to you real quick, okay? You got that?
Yes, sir.
The book of Psalm, chapter 83 and verse 1.
Read.
Keep not thou silence, O God.
Uh-huh.
Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God.
This is our prayer today. We want God to rise up and fight for us. Because right now we losing. Look at us as a nation, as a people. Look at the world that your children got to enter into. This is scary. Listen, right now we've been on this border. I've seen more police here in the last 10 minutes than I see all day on Edmond, or in Edmond,
Right.
or in Moore. This thing is so heavily populated and it's scary for us. Why? Because we black.
Yeah, black communities, those are white communities.
Exactly. That's why you don't see them there. But guess what? They figure if they do that here, they can pick up all the bad guys. That's the example. Or that's the excuse they give. Read.
Verse 2. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult,
Come on.
and they that hate thee
Read.
have lifted up the head.
Come on.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
Who is God's people? Children of Israel. Read.
That's right.
You're God's people. Read.
That's right.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people,
Uh-huh.
and consulted against thy hidden ones.
Read.
They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation.
The other nations said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, a nationality. How do you stop someone from being a nationality? You make them change their name. You take away their heritage. You tell them everything about them isn't beautiful. Like, I'm using an example. Sister, your hair is beautiful. The way you rock your hair right now is how God intended it.
That's
But guess
right.
what they tell our women?
It's not. It's not pretty.
It's not pretty.
professional.
It's not professional. You can't go to
It's
work like that.
nappy.
Yes, man. You know, what did old boy say on ESPN? Nappy headed hoe. Listen, this is terrible. When really everybody's supposed to be wanting to look, dress, act, walk, talk like you.
They try.
Listen, but they'll make it seem as though black is abused. They took our heritage from us. They took our names from us to take us away from our nationality. It says that what?
Verse 4. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
Read.
That the name of Israel.
That the name of what?
That the name of Israel
That the Israelites, read,
may be no more in remembrance.
right now, ask the average person, where does it say Caucasian in the Bible?
Nowhere.
Where does it say African American?
Nowhere.
Native American?
Nowhere.
Nowhere.
My
They done
people.
blurred the lines and took your heritage from you. They blurred the lines and made the name of Israel, read,
Verse 5.
no, and no more.
Oh. And the name of Israel shall be no more in remembrance.
That was the point, so that you would remember that you are Israel. Israel is not a land. I know when people say the children of Israel, they think the land, they ain't talking about a land. It's talking about the people. Israel was the name of a man, and all his children, his descendants, are the children of Israel. You understand? It's never been about the land. You got his sons, he had 12 sons. Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Gad, Naphtali, Asher, Manasseh, Simeon, all the tribes. Those are his sons, and you come from one of those sons.
That's right.
But they don't tell you that in church. They say it doesn't matter. It absolutely matters. And we're going to find out. You ever heard Jehovah's Witnesses talking about the 144,000 and all that, right? They know that there's 12 tribes of the children of Israel, but they don't understand the connection that you have to this book. Sis, I implore you, look more into this, okay? We got a school right here in Oklahoma City, right off 23rd. You can come check us out. You know where we at?
Yeah.
We have class almost every day, right? Check us out, especially on the Sabbath day. Sis, you know when the Sabbath is?
Saturday?
Saturday. That's when God said, go. You go for fellowship, okay? And remember, the church is the people. So if you're giving your money to whomever, don't give it to them. Save your money, take care of your family. But let's build, all right, sis?
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord